Welcome to Menopause Monday. I'm Kate Hartley, and today I'm going to be explaining to you why, if you have excess body weight, why that is contributing to your menopausal symptoms. So essentially, what happens when we go through the menopause, our ovaries go into retirement, we stop laying eggs, and our adrenal glands help to back up the job of the ovaries, which basically means that they create a small amount of estrogen. But the vast majority of our estrogen is created by our fat cells. So if you've got excess fat on your body, you might be finding that you've got more severe menopausal symptoms. And I'm always going to recommend a healthy lifestyle, get rid of that excess weight, find the healthy, natural weight that works best for you. However, there is also something that you can do. It's a little trick that you can use naturally in order to inhibit an enzyme which is called aromatase. Now, aromatase actually enables the fat to create that estrogen. So by inhibiting it naturally, you're actually going to be taking away some of the effect of the fact that your fat cells are creating estrogen, making you estrogen dominant, which is causing you to have, more serious side effects like the mood swings, like the irritability, like the depression, like the vaginal dryness, like the hot flushes, and all the rest of the beautiful things that happens to us as we go through the menopause. So firstly, aromatase, that is the enzyme that we're talking about. And what we want to do is inhibit that. Now, another thing to take into account is that if you are reasonably excessively overweight, and I'm really careful about how I'm talking about this because we all have our reasons for being how we are. And I don't want this to be like, I don't want you to be defining yourself as overweight, but you may have excess fat that you ideally would get rid of at some point. What we want to do is achieve a healthy balance in your body so that you can get through the menopause relatively symptom-free, but also have a few sort of tricks up your sleeve that are going to enable you to do it more efficiently. Now, if you are carrying excess weight, you are also more likely to be at risk of having a fatty liver. Now, when our liver is fatty, it also means that we're not getting rid of the excess estrogen as effectively as we might otherwise do in our body. So you've got a compounded effect. So as well as your fat creating estrogen, which is causing these problems, your liver isn't able to get rid of the estrogen either. So you've almost got like a bottleneck problem going on. So just want you to understand the importance of, as well as heart health and the fact that fat cells do hang on to hormones and are related to various cancers around the body. Just be aware of the impact that that can have. And if you are able to take some measures to find your healthy natural weight. That doesn't mean getting skinny. It just means finding a healthy natural weight that is going to work best for you so that you have vibrant health. So you enjoy your lifestyle, but you've also got energy and you're also physically healthy with it. So aromatase, there are various things that you can eat and take in order to inhibit the production of aromatase, which then is going to restrict the amount of effect that your fat has in creating estrogen. So one of the first things to eat is eat lots of white button mushrooms. White button mushrooms are particularly high in, or have a high ability at restricting or inhibiting the effect of aromatase in our body. They're also good in other various minerals and vitamins and things like that. But specifically, white button mushrooms are going to be really helpful in helping you inhibit the amount of aromatase that you're creating. Another thing is quercetin. Now, quercetin is something that I take on a daily basis. It's anti-inflammatory. I have it as part of my pre-workout drink. It is, if you suffer with allergies, it's also going to help you to combat allergies. Nettle root, you take that as a supplement, or you can make like stinging nettle soup. When I actually never realized that I was doing something so beneficial. I am a little bit strange. When I used to go to school as a kid, age I suppose 11 through to about 14, I used to take boiled stinging nettles in a bag to school. When you boil them, it gets rid of the sting, and I just used to eat them out the bag. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure what got me onto it, but I just like to try different things out. And that was one of the things I tried. And I used to take them for several years. I don't really eat stinging nettles anymore, but I really probably should get back into it. When the nettles are fresh, I think I might make some stinging nettle soup. In fact, I'd be interested if you're listening to this and you eat a stinging nettle soup. Please let me know what your favorite recipe is, because I'm quite keen to try it. Another thing that you can take is Maca. Now, Maca is an adaptogen herb. It's something that I also have in as a packet. I got it from a health food shop. I take it as a supplement. I put it as, it's a powder that I have maybe on my cereals. I put it in my coffee. It goes really well with coffee because it's got an earthy taste. But I also have that on a daily basis. Where the way I drink it is part of I have a superfood smoothie shake. It's got 8 adaptogen herbs in it. But Maca is also known as Peruvian Viagra. It's really good for blood flow, for energy levels, and it's completely natural. So consider taking Maca. Make sure if you're getting it, do not get it from a Chinese source. They force grow the adaptogens below the vegetation line. The whole point of adaptogen herbs is that they're grown above the vegetation line in their native country. So with Maca, it's Peru. And that's how they get their adaptogenic properties. Adaptogens essentially help us to balance our hormones, but also cope really well with stress. Just on stress, when our ovaries go into retirement, the adrenal glands do help back up the job of the ovaries. But with the type of lifestyle that a lot of us lead these days, we're very busy, we don't sleep as much as we should do, our nutrition might not be on point, we might be drinking more booze than we should be doing, family relationship dynamics are changing, becoming empty nesters, and all of this affects our stress levels and our ability to manage stress. So that's also already loading up our adrenal glands. So if you can reduce your overall stress and any kind of stress, that is going to have a beneficial impact on your menopausal symptoms. But I also want you to be aware that if you're carrying excess weight, this in particular is going to help. So we've talked about Maca, we've talked about stinging nettle root. We have talked about, what was the other one that I mentioned at the beginning? Oh, white button mushrooms. So brain fog at its finest. Licorice root is another one. Now, ironically, this is really weird. I used to, I know I am weird. I used to take licorice root. In fact, I've still got some in my cupboard downstairs. It looks like twigs. You can buy it from the health food shop. I just used to munch on it. You don't really swallow it. It's very, very fibrous. It is like eating a twig, but a really tasty twig. Get them from the health food shops. They do taste like licorice, but you can probably get it in licorice, like in a I don't know, a capsule or something. I've never looked because I actually like nibbling licorice root. And when I'm really focusing on getting my nutrition on point completely, I normally nibble on a bit of licorice root in the afternoon when I'm feeling a bit peckish and I'm thinking, oh, I've got like another hour to go before dinner time and I'm wanting to reach for the nuts again, or another half of an avocado again, or I'm thinking I want another coffee just to try and keep my appetite away, and then that affects my sleep. So licorice root, I don't know, I like it, but you can probably get it in a pill format or a sort of supplement format. So, but that is also really, really good for inhibiting our production of aromatase. Now, probably the easiest thing, as well as the mushrooms, is eating more cruciferous vegetables. So things like bok choy, radishes, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower. They contain something called DIM, D-I-M. And DIM there is more and more scientific evidence showing its ability to help us manage our hormones, particularly menopausal hormones, but also it's strongly related to improving the body's defense against cancer. It's been shown to reduce the vascular supply to cancer, so reducing the blood flow to various cancer cells. It improves our ability to fight cancer, because I think pretty much all of us have got cancerous cells in our bodies. It's whether our immune system is able to fight them effectively. It's something that you can easily incorporate into your daily diet by just eating more cruciferous vegetables. I'm a big proponent of eating more vegetables. We eat too many refined carbs. We tend to eat more protein that we need in a sitting, and protein, when your body will take what it needs, and any excess it just turns to fat. And vegetables are something that's going to make such a massive difference to you overall. Because of the high fiber in vegetables, that also acts as a prebiotic. So prebiotics feed the probiotics. Probiotics are the gut bacteria, the healthy gut bacteria in our bodies. And the fiber from vegetables feeds that healthy bacteria. And healthy bacteria is linked to healthy, good mental health, just functioning on every level like we should do. So really add more vegetables to your plate. And if you can add more cruciferous vegetables, then all the better. They might make you a bit windy, your body will get used to getting a bit more windy. You'll find that if you're constipated, that's going to help push all that through because of the fiber and the fact that your gut health is thriving as a result of it. Incidentally, if you struggle with low thyroid and you're worried about your iodine levels by taking more cruciferous vegetables, just add something like a sea kelp supplement, and that should counteract that sort of dim interaction with your thyroid. So just make sure you're doing that. But these are my top tips. Ideally, get rid of the excess weight. It's going to be bad for your joints. It does make you hang on to your hormones. Excess fat acts like a sponge. If you need help getting started with either more of a fitness routine, or you're just not sure how to lose the weight healthily, because a lot of people think, weight loss, it involves deprivation and calorie counting and restriction. Not at all. Long-term healthy weight loss should not be those things. Long-term healthy weight loss is about crowding out the bad with the good, so that you're getting your nutrition boxes ticked, rather than eating foods that are creating negative chemical reactions in your body, which are then having a wider impact on your whole mental and physical health. So I hope that helped. Please, if you've got anything you want me to cover in a future Menopause Monday, please let me know. If you've got family or friends who you think would benefit from this, please share this with them. And if you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on future Menopause Mondays, hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. And thank you for your time.